Greetings YouTube, Newish Classic Gamer here, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog. This time we're taking on Labyrinth Zone. To be fair, this level isn't really a bad level, I just don't really like it. I mean, it's really slow because Sonic's underwater and he can't swim, so he jumps really high and floaty and walks really slow. And yes, I say walk, not run. Because you'll never get enough speed in this level to actually run. And, see that right there? This is an air bubble. Because Sonic can't breathe underwater, obviously, so he's got to get air bubbles or get to the top before he drowns. Because if you wait under here long enough, you'll drown. So, yeah, you basically have a time limit to either get an air bubble or get out. And I just don't really like it. I don't think there's ever been another level in the classic series that has been like this. Some people might say, oh, what about Tidal Tempest from Sonic CD? Well, there's actually paths you can take that can finish a level in less than a minute. I've done that before. There's not a level like this, again. And I think they understood why, because people didn't like it. I mean, some people probably do like it. I'm not saying this is a bad level that, you know, it's the worst thing in the world. It's just, I don't like it. But to be fair, we get kind of a reward afterwards with a really good level, so it kind of makes up for it. And yeah, there's a lot more enemies and a lot more pits and a lot more hazards this time around, so it makes it even more frustrating when you don't have any rings or get hit or whatever. Just don't like this level. And I figure now, instead of complaining about this level this whole video, because that probably could happen, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest aspects in any Sonic game I ever play. This is a really big factor for me. Now, what is this factor, you ask? It's the music. Yeah, I know, some people might say, oh, music doesn't make a game. Well, to me, it kind of does, because music changes the atmosphere of the level. Take this level, for example. It's got really cheery music, which kind of makes you think that, oh, this level won't be so bad, and then you play it, but I mean, the music affects the way you think about the game and how you react to the situations and whatnot. I mean, all the music in this game is really upbeat and happy, and it makes you feel good when you're playing it. Except for the, final zone, but whatever. And, you know, that's a really big aspect for me. I believe the Sonic series always has good music. I can't think of one game that hasn't had good music. And even Sonic 06, I mean, that game wasn't very good at all, but it still had really good music. I mean, if you go back through and listen to those songs, they're pretty good. Well, I mean, they're really songs, they're background music, but I like to call them songs. But yeah, I mean, that's a really big aspect for me. I don't know why, just, like, for example, whenever I hear Emerald Hill, I always think of all these memories from my childhood just playing that game, Sonic 2, because that was just so much fun. That music's just so upbeat and happy, and I love it. I love those kind of, like, chiptune songs and whatnot. I mean, it just brings back so many memories. Some of you might be asking, or may not, because you're asking a video on YouTube that someone can answer you, but what are my favorite songs in the series? Well, it's kind of a tie between Spring Air Zone from this game and Planet Wisp Act 1 from Sonic Colors. I don't know why, I just really like that track. I don't know how to explain it. It's a really upbeat, happy song. Kind of makes you feel happy and sad at the same time. It's really hard to describe. And you know what? That's the only thing I like about the music in these games. It makes you have like emotional attachment to the game you're playing. I don't know why. I just really like that aspect about it. And then this series has always been known to have epic final boss music, at least in the 3D games. I mean, I'm probably getting a spoiler territory right here, so this is your warning now. Final boss discussion will be commencing now. From the Adventure series, from Sonic Adventure 1 to Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, Crush 40 always did an epic final boss song, which was basically the main theme of the game too, except for Heroes, but get onto that a little bit later. And they've always been awesome. I mean, Sonic Adventure had Open Your Heart, which the first time I heard that, I was like, I need to get this song on my iPod. It was just epic. Well, I didn't really have an iPod at the time, so I just needed to listen to the song more and more, because I remember I used to go on YouTube all the time just to listen to that song. And then, I picked up Sonic Heroes, and oh man, what I'm made of. That's probably my favorite song by Crush 40. I know it's not Live and Learn, but what I'm made of just, oh man, I love that song. And I'm gonna save that Live and Learn for last. And then Shadow the Hedgehog had I Am, which was pretty dark for Crush 40. I mean, I thought it was a pretty cool song, though. And then they also did Never Turn Back to the Credits, and that was a really good song, too. I think it was funny, though, they had like this nice little piano in the beginning, and then, which is this awesome rock song. All these songs I'm saying, go look them up on YouTube after this video, because you'll understand what I'm saying. And yeah, so we have Live and Learn, which a lot of people consider the best song by Crush 40 and the Sonic series in general. I gotta say, it's a really good song, but it's not my favorite. It's probably my second or third. But I mean, it's still a great song. I'm pretty sure you've heard it by now. If you haven't, look it up. It's a really good song. And then, after that though, once Sonic 06 came around, they kind of stopped using Crush 40 songs. Yeah, 06 they had His World, which was originally done by Zebrahead, I believe so, and then Crush 40 did cover it afterwards. But the final boss music wasn't the actual vocal version, it was an orchestrated version, which sounded pretty darn cool. I mean, it was epic. The orchestrated version of that song was just so awesome. It was a really nice reward after playing that game for all those horrid glitches and levels. And then you had Unleashed, which again didn't have Crush 40. Had Jarrett Reddick of Bowling for Soup, who did the Endless Possibilities, which was a vocal theme. And again, it was orchestrated for the final boss, and that was really, really cool. I love that song a lot too. And Sonic Colors, man, that was some epic final boss music in my opinion. The first stage was just awesome battle, and then we got to the second phase, that orchestrated version of Reach for the Stars. That was amazing. Really loved it. That was probably my favorite final boss music in Sonic history right there. And yet again, Reach for the Stars was not made by Crush 40, but rather Cash Cash. I believe it was like only a couple of the band members from Cash Cash, but Cash Cash nonetheless. But then a couple of days back at Sonic Boom, I didn't get to go. I had to look up videos up on YouTube, obviously, but Crush 40 actually did a really, really cool version of the song Sonic Boom. Oh, that was a really cool thing to listen to, because I was watching the Pirate Crush 40 concert. It's like, okay, these are some really cool versions of all the songs that are live. They're obviously short versions because they couldn't do them all because they were pretty long. And then they did Sonic Boom, and out of nowhere, it was just great. Highly recommend you go listen to that too. Listen to the original first though, because it'll give you an idea of how Crush 40 can make inherently any song epic. Because, for example, Sonic Free Riders had Free as their main theme. Don't remember who actually originally sung that, but Crush 40 did a version. I love that. One of my favorite songs they've done so far. And some people say With Me, originally done from Sonic and Black Knight, their version wasn't as good, but I still liked it. So, you know, I mean, kind of got off topic from my original topic of music, but you know, that's just such an important aspect to me about these games. Really, I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure some of you know how I feel when you're just playing this game and it's got this music, it just draws you into it even more than you were, just because of the gameplay and graphics are good. It doesn't even need the graphics to be good either, just needs to be fun to play. That's what makes a game fun. If it's fun to play, it's not the graphics, not the story. It's how much you enjoy playing it. That's what I feel anyway. Some people may argue that, but I don't care. That's the way I think about it, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So, I better get back to talking about Labyrinth Zone, because I just love this zone so much. Actually, we're on the third act right now. As you saw a little bit earlier, I missed that 7th Chaos Emerald, so I'm probably going to have to go for it in Starlight Zone. Well, I'm going to have to, because this is the third act. What we saw there was an infinitely looping waterfall, which infinitely loops, obviously. But you have to go to the left to hit that switch to make the door open so you can jump through the waterfall. And drill enemies. It's actually the adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog, American animated series. I'm sure you all know it's all really cheesy, pretty bad acting and all that jazz. That drill enemy, there was one of them called Grounder, was just completely stupid. Yeah, it was him and Scratcher, which was another enemy, which actually never saw the light of day in a Sonic game until Sonic Spinball. But they were always like, you know, the comic relief of Basically a wacky, just comedy show. I kind of like that. I remember watching as a kid. I remember I had one of the VHS tapes and just watching it over and over again. If only I knew about Sad AM. That's a really good show, I think, anyway. Again, I'm getting off topic. Then again, who cares? This is Labyrinth Zone. You've seen it. It's slow. There's an Orbinaut. Don't like Orbinauts. They're probably my least favorite enemy in this game. Just because in this zone, there's like such a low overhead for the ceiling. It's really hard to dodge those spiky ball thingies that they throw at you. But luckily I didn't get hit there, and we're up to the boss right now. Yeah, there's I think only a couple more enemies, which are the drill nose enemies. Because you just keep going up and up until you fight Robotnik. These little sponge thingies, I like to call them corks, but that's what they look like to me. Because they're brown, sponges are traditionally yellow. Then again, that's the cleaning sponge, not a natural sponge. So, who knows and who cares? I'm arguing with myself over a pointless thing. That's what YouTube's all about, isn't it? Now, but here's the boss right here, so... See, it's not really so much about hitting him so many times as surviving this horrible, horrible maze. Which I've failed at so many times in the past, you have no idea. And I already lost my shield, so things are looking too good. But yeah, I recommend actually not hitting the checkpoint that way back there before this started. Because if you do, you won't have any rings to this fight at all. You'll get a shield a little bit higher up, as you saw, but that's it. You don't get any rings, so you don't have a cushion of protection, like I don't have here. Ooh, that was close. Oh gosh. Am I gonna make it? So close. We're gonna make it, aren't we? We made it. Hooray! That actually wasn't too bad. Maybe because it wasn't actually talking about the zone. Anyway, this is New Age Classic Gamer signing off. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care.